Hello, Wings of Twilight here with another edition of the All Interview. Today I have a special guest with me.
Hey, Cassius614 here.
How are you doing today, Cassius?
Good.
That's good. What is the original meaning behind your YouTube name?
Cassius614? Well, it comes from the screen name I used on AIM, and still do. Cassius is my favorite character from Julius Caesar, which is one of my favorite Shakespeare plays.
I see. So, is there any particular reason why you started the Life Abridged countdown?
Yes, actually. The Obitosari scandal, which a lot of people I'm sure don't remember or maybe came into the abridging world after it happened. It was this hacker who had hacked into some of the abridging accounts, some of the big ones that a lot of people were following, and a lot of people got very upset, and there was just a lot of negativity, and that really kicked this idea that I'd been, batting around in my head of celebrating the good stuff in the abridging world, and then I just decided to sit down and do it, and I talked with HBI2K a little bit about it, and he seemed to think it was a good idea, so it just got off the ground.
I remember that Obito. I wasn't really mad. I was just curious as to how people could really fall for it. I mean, if you're signed in, if you got your computer set to sign you in automatically, then it shouldn't have taken you to that alternate mirror site. But then again, it happens.
It does, yeah.
Are there any abridged series that you're currently keeping an eye on?
Oh, a ton of them. I'm not up to speed on all of my subscriptions at the moment, but there are definitely, the big ones, certainly, the ones that I'm in, I always watch. And a new episode from Megami came in. I obviously keep up with Yu-Gi-Oh! And Escaflowne being HBI2K's current show. And pretty much anything that I subscribe to, there's a good chance I take a peek at it. There's also a chance I might not get around to it at the moment, but when I look to do the abridged countdown at the end of the quarter, I sit down and I watch everything. So everything that I subscribe to, which I wouldn't attempt a full list right now, but yeah, I keep an eye on quite a few.
Alrighty, what was the reason why you started Death Note Idol?
Death Note Idol. That is a blast from the past. I was really just trying to do something. That was really the first thing I did on YouTube. And I just thought, I have some ideas of songs that I think go with the Death Note characters, so I'll try that. And for the record, it's not dead. I keep batting ideas around in my head for it. After Rose of Versailles is done, there will be 2 more seasons of Rose of Versailles. I will finish all 40 episodes, and then when I am done with that, I will go back to Death Note Idol at some point and finish what I started.
Alrighty, well, I'm really looking forward to that, as I'm sure other viewers are. What's next for the Life Abridged countdown?
Well, the Life Abridged countdown this quarter might be a little difficult. What I am hoping to do, because this September is going to be the busiest month of my life thus far, is maybe do a huge, just blowout craziness of summer and fall in December to just have June, July, August, September, October, November, 6-month retrospective of just everything that's been going on. Because September and October, to be honest, is not going to be a good time for me to look back. So very likely the next time that we see the Life Abridged countdown will be in December, because I will have a huge break and I'll be able to really focus on it. I don't want to do something really crappy that I'm tossing off, in 2 minutes. So.
What about Rova?
Rova is coming out with a new season starting September 18th. I'm almost done with the editing for all of season 2. That season 2 is going to be episodes 12 through 25, and that will start September 18th and be every other Friday. And that I can promise you that episodes 12 through 25 will be coming out regularly starting then.
What was your reason for starting Rova in the first place?
Well, I knew after all the looking at abridged series and watching them and developing my opinions about them that I wanted to make one of my own, to really put my money where my mouth is to try and do this. And the reason why I picked Rose of Versailles is because I love the show, which you have to, or else you won't have the stamina to really, sit down and abridge it. But I also saw what was ridiculous about it. And I think that's the balance that you have to strike, is you have to have a show that you love enough to really, treat to this full spoofing treatment, but you also have to see what's ridiculous about it, or else you won't be able to really make fun of it enough. So there's that, and I thought it really just hit the sweet spot there. Also, it's a little more obscure, so there weren't a ton of people flocking to do that.
So, do you have any favorite AMVs?
AMVs. I'm not a connoisseur of AMVs by any means. I do not have this huge knowledge of them. But I do have a few that I've particularly liked, that I've seen out there. I really like, there's an AMV of Death Note, and I'm spacing on who did it. It's Death Note with the song Make Them Hear You from Ragtime, and it's all about this guy who failed in his bid to change the world and to have justice for his people. In Ragtime, this man is a black man in the early 20th century fighting against racism in New York, and it's not working out for him. And so he sings the song Make Them Hear You. But it applied so well to Death Note, and I'm not a pro-Kira person by any means, but it was from the Kira perspective. Really was so powerful. So AMVs that can really either, overshoot, like this wasn't overshooting per se, but anything that can really, go beyond what was originally in the anime and just emphasize it even more. I really like that. Or there's one with Ouran High School Host Club Paralyzer about the Mori Honey relationship, which is clearly an inversion, and I thought that was hilarious. So anything that really, I'm in it more for the thematic aspect, anything that really can go in there and just deconstruct a thematic aspect of a show, either by emphasizing it or inverting it, I find very fun.
The AMV I like the most, though, is, it's a Death Note one. I don't really like the most, but it's one of my favorites. It's called, Mauchuke. Light and L wind up watching Brokeback Mountain on a computer. It's pretty funny. It's really well edited, and I love it. It's funny to watch.
Yeah, there's definitely a bunch of funny ones. There's a Soldier A one that's like half AMV.
I have
it. Half flash animation or something of that nature. And I thought that was hilarious. I just did not stop laughing the whole time. And it really takes a lot to make it so that the song doesn't upstage the video, because the song's just so funny. But it really, the video kept pace with the song 100%. And I wish I could remember who does any of these. The Ouran High School Host Club one is Misery Phoenix, so very prolific AMV artist right there, and that was very fun.
Thanks for interviewing.
Thank you. It's great to be here. Check out Cassius614. Lots of stuff coming up.